Give me 1 sec. My cat's like making
Your
some weird ass
cow?
noise.
You have a cow?
Cat, shut up,
That's
cat.
so sick. He has a cow.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the podcast that is bringing you a very belated happy birthday to our co-host Ryan Jones. He is officially now
Yeah.
Unc Jones.
Oh
Dude, I'm
my gosh.
closer to freaking 30 than what, 25, I guess,
25.
technically.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too,
whatever
but
it
it's
is. Yeah, dude.
okay.
You're what, 28 now?
27.
27? Okay.
27.
Or
27.
I will be me, the baby of the group. I'm 25 in a few weeks. So,
Bunch of youngins.
yep. So yeah, time
28.
of possession, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't watched our last episode, we just got it out a little late. It was Ryan and I doing the Thanksgiving episode. Go watch that if you haven't. But yeah, we are here to record our post Thanksgiving and Black Friday. What is it? Week 12? Is that what just happened? Week 12?
It's week 13. Week
Week
13.
13. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
dude, the Thanksgiving games were awesome.
They were awesome. I was like, oh, football,
Uh,
football, football. This is great. Like,
Oh yes.
but
Successful hate watch in the afternoon. Successful
yep.
heck
hate watch. Um,
yes.
The one
Dub.
time I'll root for the Cowboys.
Yeah, me. W in our upset alert picks. W. As much as it was.
Yeah.
I had the Cowboys, for the record. So,
You did have the Cowboys. I was the only one that did not hit, huh? Because
what'd you
I
go?
should have gone with my other one, man. I'm sorry,
I
Tyler.
thought
I
he
should
had
have gone with
Rams. I thought he had Panthers over Rams. He talked
I
about it. But I forgot
Should
he
have.
picked.
No, yeah.
He picked.
That was shocking. Let me just say. I dropped Bryce Young because I was like, no way he's doing well. Dropped him. Very stupid. Dude put up like 30 fantasy points. I was like, you gotta be
Yeah,
joking me.
this
Like,
is the week I sat Chuba Hubbard because he wasn't giving me anything. Because I was like, well, I guess Rico Daddle's giving everything. Nope, just 20 points on my bench. Well, thanks.
oh yeah, I just missed the playoffs because of that one move. That was
Yeah,
it.
my running backs have all been killed in this league. Amari Hampton, I mean, he's coming back, but like he's been out forever.
They don't need him, bro. Vidal, man.
Yeah, I had picked up Vidal, thankfully, but it still wasn't enough to win that week because
Yeah.
I started Amon Ra.
I
So
mean,
a
yeah,
fat
that's
zero, and unfortunate, but even just a little bit, I would have won. But yeah, I don't. You want to start with the Thanksgiving games? Do we want to start with that?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, we need to talk Chiefs Cowboys first. I
Yes.
mean,
Lions Packers was a crazy game too, to be honest. It was a good game.
yeah, I
Whoever
those
has
are two.
Jamison Williams in fantasy, congrats to you because he's probably gonna go crazy for these next couple weeks. I don't know what the status is on Amon Ra, but I don't think he's playing this week.
I can look into that real quick.
How I'm showing up to the Chiefs' funeral when they missed the playoffs this year. Just
This guy's got the shades on.
if I'm not making it, you ain't making it either. We can watch from the couch together.
I forgot they play Thursday night, so I
Oh
really
yeah,
doubt he plays.
I think the Cowboys always do that. They play Thanksgiving and then they play the next Thursday after that, or they at least do it like once every other year or something like that. I know they've done it
Usually,
before.
usually that is the best Thursday night football game of the year because you have, usually it's teams that played on Thanksgiving, so it's the only Thursday night game of the year where they get the normal amount of rest. So hopefully, we get some fireworks in that one, not only fantasy wise, just because we want, good content and good football. Cowboys Lions should be really fun. But one of these teams is on the up and up. Another one of these teams is absolutely spiraling. Um, let's talk Cowboys Chiefs first because holy. Um, I really did think after Dak threw that first pick
Yeah.
that this was going to be just typical Dak Prescott big moment game like in the playoffs where the Cowboys just kind of spiral and it's too little, too late.
I will
After the
say,
first quarter,
to
it's
be
14-7.
fair,
Yeah,
Ryan, he got hit when he threw that pick. I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
say
No,
so. It's not like he just blatantly threw it into the receiver. But yeah, anyway, keep going.
no. No, you're not. You're right. You're right. And you look at the rushing numbers. It's not like Javonte averaged like 3.5 yards a carry. He was not doing much.
He
They had a
really
big
didn't do
run
a whole
from
lot. I'm just
they
glad
had
he
a big run
scored.
from yeah, they had a big run from Malik Davis when he broke
Hmm.
that one out, but it's not like the running game was giving Dallas all that much, although they did outrush Kansas City. Um, but when you see Mahomes have a stat line like he did, he threw 4 touchdowns, 260 through the air.
He did
He's
everything he
also just
could. Yeah,
he's
for sure.
he's averaging 10 yards a carry with his legs. Mahomes is doing everything he can, and weirdly enough, it's like this is like for the Chiefs. This is just like a really bad version of themselves from a couple years ago, where the offense is really good, and I do think the offense for the Chiefs is actually good again. The defense, though, cannot get a stop when they need to. They could not against you go back to the Bills game. They could not against Josh Allen. The next week, coming out of their bye, they could not get a stop against Bo Nix of all people. And then they obviously win in overtime against the Colts. But again, you can't get a stop against Dak Prescott. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, Dak Prescott probably needs to be. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna like win the MVP because that's like a two-man race right now between Drake
Yeah.
May and
He
Matthew
deserves to be
Stafford.
in the conversation now.
Yeah, he deserves to be third, fourth, or fifth place, whatever you want to call it. Now the
Totally.
Cowboys are over 500, and
He's slinging it.
he's doing really, really well. Um,
Having
I
George
don't
Pickens and
know.
CD, and that is just a hell of a duo. Let me tell you, they won that trade, no doubt.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
got more
that
yards than the Steelers wide receivers combined this year.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
It's
I
crazy.
think that the Chiefs' season is going to come down to the next 2 week games for them.
Oh yeah.
They have to go 2-0 against the Texans and the Chargers, and then after that, I think that they would probably win out and maybe get into the postseason. They would need a little bit of help, but I don't think it's like improbable or anything like that. If you go 2-0, their two hard games are at home. Texans, Chargers. Then after that, Titans, Broncos on Christmas, but it's in Kansas City, and the Raiders. And I don't know. They are going to be without their one of their tackles. I don't remember
I
which
think it's
one,
the one they
but against
drafted.
that Texans pass rush, you're kind of like Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be without him against that Houston pass rush. And C.J. Stroud came back last week and actually, um, he looked. I mean,
Played
they
pretty
beat the
well.
Colts, man. He looked all right,
Yeah.
other than the one pick he threw. Um, so yeah, man, I just think that Jared, I need you. We need you to get. We need you to. We need your Chargers to beat the Chiefs one more time. You already did it this year. Do it again. How hard can it be?
Well, at least Amarian will be back by then. It's just not having
Yeah.
Joe Alt is going to be a bit of a trying experience.
You guys have the better defense, though. No question on that.
Yeah, but so here's where I want to talk about the Cowboys Chiefs game. I've said this after the week 1 win. When Mahomes scrambles out, I need the secondary to stop being pedestrian and to stop. Like, just watching, like, oh, look, he's scrambling. Surely the defense will get him. Oh, look, there's Xavier Worthy
And
wide
Worthy's just
open.
wide
Hi.
open. Yeah, we talked about it. I know.
So when
Literally
that happens,
standing there.
as long as we're not leaving somebody uncovered, I think we'll be fine. I don't know, though. Because the fact that it is coming down to that Sunday game, and it's not even a primetime game. I think it's a morning game.
Oh God.
So, and we have not done well in the 10 a.m. slate. We have not. We've barely beaten the Dolphins and Titans.
that-
We've lost to the
It's that West
Giants.
Coast. It's that West Coast travel time, man.
I think that hurt us
Um,
on
by
Carolina.
the time you go across the country and your team wakes up, it's the second half, and that's how it is for a bunch of the of the West Coast. That's how it is for the Niners, the Rams, Seattle, all
Yeah, I
those
think
teams
that
that are up on the West Coast.
showed.
It just, yeah.
And then
By the time
obviously
they wake up, if they're traveling east,
the
too late.
Jacksonville game, that was also a 10 o'clock game. So I'm just like,
yeah, across the country, right in Jacksonville.
Panthers game.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cheat code, man. It's like if you have a West Coast team growing across the country,
Good
to
luck.
to another time zone, it's just not. I mean, it's unless it's like a complete mismatch, like the Niners and the Browns were.
True.
It's just not.
Well, I mean,
it's just not
the
gonna
Giants
work out anymore.
and the Giants and us should have been a mismatch, but that didn't, work out.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's when they started having Scat and Dart go crazy though at that point. So
Yeah,
like 3 weeks ago.
we
Yeah,
just
until
love
Scat just
being
got hurt.
a stepping stone for other people's success. If you need a boost of confidence, ladies and
Dog, they're
gentlemen,
2-11.
look no further.
There
The
is no
Chargers are
success.
coming. Yeah, well, it gave them hope. It gave them hope.
It did for sure. Yeah.
And then
Honestly,
we were Jaden
I gotta
Daniels'
say,
last win this
they
season.
looked a lot better with Jameis Winston. As like just based off yesterday, although the Patriots defense is way better. Don't get me wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
He didn't look good.
Yeah, we'll talk about Jackson Dart, and I mainly want to focus on the fact that despite the fact he's had 4 concussions this year, he still refuses to play
That
quarterback
was
like a normal
nuts.
human being.
Yeah, bro.
We'll talk about that though. Yeah, man. I don't know if getting back to the Cowboys, I don't know if they can get into the playoffs at this point because if you look at the rest of their schedule, it's not. I mean, it's not like super stacked or anything, but the problem is they might have just dug themselves too big of a hole in the early going, right? You look back at their schedule, and
Not winning that Philly
you
game was huge.
yeah, and I'm going through it. Like I know you guys just lost to Carolina, but they lost to Carolina. They
Those are their
lost
2
to
big upsets of the year.
yeah. That Arizona game is kind of the big one right there, where they lost to the Cardinals, and that's kind of like where after that game they started rolling. But the problem is you did lose to the Cardinals, and that's kind of the one game where you should not have lost. Like now, like you go back and obviously they did lose to Carolina, but people are kind of realizing that Carolina's a competent football team. It's not like they're one
They're
of
a
the
good
bottom
team.
of the barrel teams. Yeah, they're not like they're not the Jets or the Browns or whatever.
Yeah.
They're actually a pretty good team. I would argue the Panthers might just be a quarterback away, but that's a whole nother conversation. Um, and going to the Cowboys schedule Thursday night, they got the Lions. That's going to be a tough game for both teams. The Lions are spiraling. The Cowboys are on the up and up. After that, they have the Vikings, who they should be. The Vikings are terrible. They're going to be drafting a quarterback next year. Remember when Harbaugh said that J.J. McCarthy was like the best quarterback he's ever been around? That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
After that, they have the Chargers. It is in Dallas.
And it's a 10
So
a.m.
not the
game,
long.
so that might be a win for the Cowboys.
I don't know though because it's not like you're going across the country. You're only going to Texas.
I mean, if we're gonna use
just
that,
middle.
if we're
Not
gonna
the
use
same
that
time
logic,
zone.
then we can say that about KC because it's technically not all the way across the country. It's like about halfway, but it is going to be cold there. So in KC,
Yeah, that's a big difference.
at least we'll be in a dome in Dallas.
Yeah.
Even if we
True, that's
can't,
true.
even if we can't see the ball coming towards us because of God's light shining
Light.
down.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's a
When
ton of
George
stuff.
Pickens was like, bro, where'd it go? That was so funny. Jerry, do something about your damn.
Dude, seriously, dude,
Oh
just
my
get some curtains in,
goodness,
man. It's
bro.
not that
Just
difficult.
yeah, like I'm
Get some
sure
blackout curtains.
they can make some
They
industrial
work
blackout
great.
curtains.
I got a guy. Look at these right here, man. I got a guy. Get some blackout curtains.
got a
They work
guy.
fantastic.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Just build
Um,
stadium size, like,
it's
yeah.
not hard. It's literally not hard. Just duct tape them together, hang them up there, man. I don't know. It won't look the best, but it'll do its job. No one's looking at the ceiling of your stadium, anyways.
No.
After that
Players are
Chargers
getting
game, though,
blinded, man.
yeah, I know, dude, it's crazy. After that Chargers game, the Cowboys they go on the road, and it is a divisional matchup. Jaden Daniels probably will play, but maybe if I know that the Commanders are like out of it
Might
now,
as well
so like
just keep him out.
maybe you just sit him, but who knows what's going to happen? That's a Christmas Day game too. I would
Mhm.
imagine that they would probably
He would
play him because
play.
it's a Christmas game, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, Regardless, divisional matchup. Who knows how those go crazy all the time. And then after that, another divisional matchup against the Giants, who aren't very good, but also like if Jackson Dart slash Jameis Winston play, they could make it interesting. If it's Russell Wilson for some terrible reason, it will not be, and the Cowboys will run away with it. The problem is, even if the Cowboys went out, I don't
Not
know if it's enough.
technically true because he was in an insane shootout with them actually earlier this
That's
year.
actually true, huh? I forgot about that game. That was
Yeah,
like
that game was
Russ's last game.
crazy, bro. Hit Wandale for with like 5 seconds left or something. It
Yeah,
was insane.
yeah. That might have been Malik Neighbors like last game too. I don't know.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Um, but yeah, man. Shout out to the Cowboys, man, for potentially ending the Chiefs season. We need the Chiefs just to drop a couple more.
I think at least just
9-8
one
ain't
would.
gonna get you in.
I think one
Nine and
more.
eight ain't gonna get you.
Whether that's
No,
Houston.
not with the stacked conference. No.
I guess the problem is in the AFC. If you look at the AFC playoff picture, um, the problem is your wild card teams are really freaking good. Like the Bills and the Chargers, and right now the Colts. Those are your wild card
I
teams.
mean, I feel like
So,
we're
like-
a week to week team. I don't know what scheme offensively I'm gonna get to protect my quarterback. Whether it is great, somewhat protection, but also good protection on Herbert's end against the Steelers, or what I got against Jacksonville. Despite the travel restrictions, again, I don't know what I'm getting.
I just mean like record wise. I mean, I don't
Oh.
really, I don't, I just mean like you guys are 8-4. The Colts are 8-4. The Jaguars are 8-4. The Texans are 7-5.
The Texans were 0-3. How did this happen?
The defense, man, it's just their defense is right with Denver's. It might be better than Denver's. Like it's just really freaking good, man.
It's really good.
And I do think that maybe Stroud sitting out, getting injured, whatever, might have helped the team a little bit. Get another look in at quarterback at Davis Mills, who honestly, Davis Mills when he played, he was not that bad. And then hopefully Stroud can come back and be really good again. Weirdly enough, you'll probably get two people out of the AFC South making the postseason. So I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I mean, barring a collapse from one of them, it's crazy that the Colts collapsed. By the way, we'll talk about it
Pretty
though.
wild. But you
My
kind of
team lost
said it
to
in the
them.
past of like where you thought Daniel Jones was gonna fall off.
I mean, who could have seen this ever coming? I mean,
Sauce is hurt.
Yeah.
Sauce
Oh yeah,
is hurt
that
as well.
too. That's
Daniel
big.
Jones also like broke his freaking leg. I don't know if that's like he's playing with a cracked fibula. So like
Damn.
yeah, I don't know if y'all saw that report happened last week, and I mean he can't move really, but like he's throwing the ball, so I don't know how long he's going to be able to keep that up. If he's
That's
done,
crazy.
it's kind of crazy. If he's done and they're on their backup, if they're go to Anthony Richardson, their season's over.
Oh
So,
god.
Damn, bro, just
right.
like that after the way they started.
If their
That's great.
season's done, can I borrow their offensive line for the rest of the season?
True, facts.
Like dead ass.
All right, let's go. You guys want to go Packers Lions now?
Yeah. The tradition is back. Matt Eberflus was not coaching the other team this time.
That was a crazy game.
If the Packers play like this, they should win the Super Bowl. Like if you get this version of Jordan Love, where he's like actually good, they'll win the Super Bowl. The problem is you have to get that version of Jordan Love for 4 weeks straight, and he's basically He's basically just another roller coaster Josh Allen, like with the way he plays.
Josh Allen.
He's the NFC,
Yeah.
He's not as good, but he's the NFC Josh Allen with his roller coaster. Some weeks he's really good. Some weeks their offense can't move the ball at all. I honestly think that for the Packers, it just depends on the run game. And if they can run the ball with Josh Jacobs / Emmanuel Wilson, then they'll be okay.
They have really good defense.
Like Micah Parsons is good at football. Who could have seen that
I
coming?
felt like every
Um,
play I was seeing when the Lions were on offense, Micah Parsons was just always on Jared Goff. He was just there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
Shout out
the
Evan
Lions
Williams,
just
too. He's legit.
the Lions could not run the ball at all. You can look at the team numbers or whatever, and to me that doesn't really tell the whole story. Like they're pretty even. It's 125 to 119 in favor of the Packers, but like Jared Goff had a 24-yard scramble. So like that does a lot to inflate the numbers. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3.5 yards a carry. They couldn't get him going really in this one. And yeah, that's no Amon-Ra. So that's kind of how the game went, Like
They
you're
stayed
not
in it.
gonna yeah. Also just dude, the Lions, I don't know what they're like. They gotta this offseason, they gotta make a move at play caller and get a new OC because I don't think Dan Campbell's really the answer either. Um, I guess it's really easy to take over and look like a good play caller when you're playing the Commanders, right? And then after that, it's like the Eagles, they scored 9. They did fine against the Giants, but it took overtime and Jahmyr Gibbs being a superhero. And then you lose this game to the Packers. Your hand was up, Jared. Go ahead.
I know a play caller that can get their run game going.
Who?
Greg Roman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull a Vic Lombardi thing
No, no,
or
no.
Joe Lombardi, or whatever his name is.
I mean, yeah, but Greg Roman's all about the run, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for a new OC as well.
Yeah. For the Lions, I think the division's kind of lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of screwed.
With their schedule, it's gonna be tough, man. You really need to go 3-2 or 4-1, and I don't know if you can do it with this schedule. So obviously that Thursday night against Dallas, we've talked about it. After that, you go on the road to LA to play the Rams. That's a really tough matchup. After
Jared
that,
Goff
you play
return.
the Steelers. Yeah, you play the Steelers, who are
They'll
kind of
beat the Steelers.
spiraling.
They'll
Maybe
beat the Steelers.
they should, and then back-to-back, once again, divisional matchups to end the year. They have Minnesota. In Minnesota, they should win. But after that, they
They go
go
to
on the
Chicago.
road to Chicago to play the Bears. Number
Oh,
1 in cold weather, by the way. It'll be like 20-degree weather.
and they want their
Where
lick back,
Jared,
bro, because they blew him
where,
out.
yeah, where Jared Goff has struggled historically in the cold. Um, and the Bears are like, we'll talk about them. The Bears are actually good. I don't know,
They're
man.
pretty good,
It's kind
man.
of strange. It's kind of weird to say that. Um, so yeah, man. Packers could be Super Bowl. Um, could be a Super Bowl champion, like I predicted to start the year. The problem is, I don't know if they are because Jordan Love's inconsistent, and that's just yeah. I mean,
I'd feel like if every quarterback hit their receivers, they would be a Super Bowl contender. That's just me, though.
hot take there. Hot take.
All right.
Crazy.
Do we want to do Ravens Bengals and the fumble Rooski fiesta that game was?
They're horrible, bro. There's not much else to say. Like, they're bad.
This whole division is bad.
Yeah.
This whole division is really bad. And the AFC North has been like the class of the NFL for the longest time because the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals have always been kind of good. And
Not this year.
look, this is like the worst Lamar Jackson's ever played in his career over an extended period of time. I think he's hurt. He came back too early, probably from whatever his injury was. Number 1,
Probably.
he's killing me in fantasy. Number 2, he's killing the Ravens offense. I don't understand how Derrick Henry has 10 carries for 60 yards. I understand that you're down in this one, but you have to give Derrick Henry the ball more than 10 times in a football game. It
Yeah.
does not make sense to me. He is a workhorse. He gets better over time. And like finally, when I know that the Bengals put up 32, but all of this was field goals. You know why? You know how I know that? Because Evan McPherson dropped 30 on my head in fantasy.
Damn. 30 from a kicker is
He
crazy.
was the guy I was playing in my other league, highest scoring player, and I lost by like 0.5 or something. So like I lost because of the stupid kicker. This whole game, the Ravens defense was fine. Like I know they dropped 32. It was 32, but they kept holding them to field goal after field goal after field goal after field goal, like you're supposed to do as a defense.
And the
The
offense couldn't
Ravens
do
offense wasn't
anything.
doing him any favors at all.
It was
So
fumble after fumble after
That
fumble,
likely
like Jared said,
fumble is
bro. It's
just
crazy.
unbelievably bad. When I saw that, I went, "Oh," and I just walked away. Like this, I know Ray is not happy right now.
it's terrible, man. I don't know what's wrong with Lamar Jackson. He didn't have an injury designation on the injury report, but the Ravens have always been kind of weird with the injury report stuff. You
Harbaugh
know,
specifically has been, yeah, he's been like that.
Is it safe to
His
say
yeah,
this is
safety
John Harbaugh's last year as coach of the Baltimore Ravens?
could very well
if
be.
they if they somehow lose this division, which they thank God for the AFC North for them, right? They're 6-6 and leading their division. They started what 1-5,
I think they get the
and
Steelers next. They got the Steelers next for the first time this year.
let's look at the Ravens schedule
I think they
just
still
to get an
they play
idea.
them twice.
Yeah, they have the Steelers, Bengals again at Cincinnati this time, then at home for the Patriots, and then you go on the road to play Green Bay, and then you have the Steelers at home again and a potential win and in situation. So
What
that
the
is not an
fuck?
easy that is not an easy schedule if you're Baltimore.
Oh
Meanwhile on
man, the Steelers
meanwhile
schedule.
well, okay, let's talk Steelers. I was gonna go Bengals schedule first, just
Okay,
because
go Bengals, go Bengals.
could the Bengals win out, go 9-8, and somehow make the playoffs? Because if they did that and won this division and were somehow, you know what I mean? If they did that, I think that'd be a scary. I think it'd be a scary team with Burrow if they're riding that hot. You know what I mean? And they're exactly in the same situation they were in last year, by the way, which is kind of what we all thought was going to happen. They do have to play the Bills in Buffalo. That's going to be very fun. Burrow v. Josh Allen, and then it's Lamar versus Burrow, assuming Burrow's healthy. After that, to end their season, they get 3 gimmies. So if they can get through the next 2 weeks against the Bills and the Ravens, they have the Dolphins, the Cardinals, and the Browns. So
They got a real shot.
they have a real shot, dude. But they need a lot to go their way, obviously.
Like last year.
Yeah, which I mean, again, if they could do it, go Steelers schedule now. Ravens, then they have the Dolphins, who aren't good. The Lions on the road, the Browns on the road, and then the Ravens to end the year. So
They got a chance too. Dang,
I
that's
think
pretty good.
I think the Ravens have the hardest schedule, obviously, and then I would go Steelers second, and then I don't know, maybe I think Steelers Bengals is kind of a toss up,
It's kind of
to be
toss up,
honest.
yeah.
If the
Yeah.
Bengals can get through the next 2 weeks, they could win this division, which is crazy to say. Shout out to the Browns; they're just there, so they just exist. We unlike every other network and every other podcast, we will not be spending a half hour on
Talking about
Shador
Shadur,
Sanders.
yeah.
We will not be.
Screw
Uh,
that, bro. Nope.
no shot, dude. Um, okay, Bears Eagles.
The
The
run game,
Bears
man. My goodness.
the Bears have turned into the Lions with David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs in their prime, with
Yep.
Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift. 130 on the ground for Monangai, 125 on the ground for DeAndre Swift. It is a beautiful thing to see. And the crazy thing is, Caleb Williams isn't even playing good. Like, he's not. He's just not
Crazy.
playing that good.
Yeah.
Um, But
over
that
270
goes to
combined on the
show,
ground. I mean, jeez.
yeah. And also, the Eagles are collapsing again.
Mhm.
We're getting Supernatural Funk version 2.
Oh, God.
And
Mm.
the fact that Saquon Barkley is just not good this year.
Again,
I
yeah, after
drafted
being a
him,
mistake.
man. It's like, of
This is Christian
course.
Dude, I feel like that happens to you every year in
It
fantasy at least.
does.
It really does.
Dude, like I draft Saquon Barkley after he has a monster year. Ineffective. I draft Derrick Henry in another league. He fumbles every game or doesn't get the ball enough. I draft CMC. Oh, CMC's hurt. But the years I don't draft him, he's healthy. Like, what is...
Yeah.
I could never have good
crazy.
running backs.
I think that the Eagles have a Jalen Hurts problem, and everyone was all
Shocker.
up in arms about him being, oh, who's the fifth quarterback in the NFL? Who's the fifth best quarterback? If you don't say Jalen Hurts, you just don't know ball and you're not respecting the game. Okay,
Get the hell out of
listen,
here, bro. What?
quiet, you old heads. This isn't 1980s football. Like, I'm sorry. We have eyeballs and we could see what's happening on the field. That's just how it is, at least in my view. Um, I don't think, like, you look at his raw numbers, he's okay. He refuses to throw over the middle. If a guy's not open by at least 2 yards, he will not throw you the ball. He plays ultra conservative. Also, reports
He doesn't
coming out.
want to throw picks.
I guess Jalen Hurts hates the tush push, which is where he gets.
Apparently, yeah, they were talking about that in the broadcast.
Yeah,
Then
so
run the
which is
backup
crazy to
QB
me
out there.
considering that's where he gets 90% of his touchdowns. Like,
Yep.
I don't like what
Makes
like
no sense.
dude.
Dude,
Yep.
they were saying how he would be like one of the first people to be against it and like sign a petition or whatever against it. Like that's crazy. The only
It's
Like,
like
if
that
you don't
actually
want to
does
player
run
his
it,
personality.
if you don't want to run it, run out your backup QB or just have Saquon take it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do a
or
wildcat.
Dallas Goddard.
Or tight
He's-
end.
Yeah, Dallas
I was
Goddard.
Or
yeah,
Dallas Goddard, yeah.
or do be you want to be dumb? Get Jordan Mailata.
Oh my
He's
God.
like the biggest.
No,
He's the
for
biggest
real.
person in the NFL.
He's huge.
Just like literally put Jordan Mailata back there and get your backup tackle. You're supposed to have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. So, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's other
Covering high
solutions.
school teams, a lot of high school teams are starting to do stuff like that now. Like they I had one team that I covered this last week in a second championship game. They had this big ass tight end and they ran him in for a touchdown. Like they're starting to do stuff like that now. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who it is, not just the running backs anymore.
But at least AJ Brown's happy.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well, like
AJ
132
Brown, shout
yards.
out,
loves
dude.
that he got 132 in a loss.
10 for 132, 2 touchdowns.
Touchdowns.
Hey,
bet
AJ
you he's
Brown,
real
I
happy
know
now.
of a QB who will throw over 30 times and only to you and one other receiver. Come on over.
Well, you want
Problem
to?
is
I
you
was
guys
gonna.
have a good core right now, though.
Yeah, but
He's a Patriot.
Keenan's on a 1-year deal, so I don't know if we'll see what
Dude, him with Drake May. Oh
He's gonna
man.
be a Patriot. Vrabel didn't want to trade him way back when. It was the GM that wanted to do it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like
that's
been,
valid.
that's been confirmed now. Now that Vrabel kind of parted ways with them, and him and the GM just didn't get along. If the Eagles are going to trade him, he'll be a Patriot. The Patriots will give a first-round pick because after this year, they're going to feel like they're very close, and they just need one more piece to be that team. He's going to be a Patriot, and I will be drafting him in fantasy next year.
Wait, you mean the
gonna
healer
be-
Stephon Diggs is not enough?
That dude
Diggs.
is all over the place. He had some crazy games, and then he's just like 2 for 12 or something like random.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
You know what? I take it back. A receiving room with
Drake May
Stephon Diggs
spreads the
and
ball
AJ
around
Brown.
though.
That sounds terrible.
That
That
sounds like a bad idea. Yeah.
That sounds like hell to me. That
This
sounds
is
like
why
hell.
I'm here. I've got the. This is why I'm here.
Yeah.
I know the little things.
Maybe we'll go to the Bills.
Would
Maybe, I
that
don't
just
know,
be
man.
Stephon Diggs 2.0 then with Josh Allen?
Yeah, I guess, but they need
Sort
somebody.
of,
Man.
but he's not as crazy as Stephon was
Yeah,
back
you're
then.
right.
Better. He's just better. Like he's just better. He's better than Diggs ever was. Like and
Yeah.
Diggs was very good for a period of time, but he's just better. Um, I mean, we kind of already mentioned it, but the Bears, they are currently the number one seed in the NFC because of that Rams loss, and we'll talk about it. I don't know if the Bears are going to get the number one seed, but if they do, and the road to the Super Bowl goes through Chicago, am I going to be picking the Bears to make the Super Bowl?
No.
No, but but I will say it's going to be a very tall ask to go into Chicago in snowy, negative-degree weather, um, and against that team that runs the ball better than any team in the NFL, you know. And like, imagine if Caleb Williams finally hits his stride and becomes what he's supposed to be, at that point. I don't know, man. They're going to be a tough out. Um, would I pick them? Probably not. Out of the NFC right now, I'd probably take the Rams, obviously, but it's not like the Bears are the old Bears. This is a new regime, and Ben Johnson's a hell of a
This
coach,
isn't
man. He's a hell of a coach.
this isn't the Jay Cutler Bears with Brian
I got a
Urlacher
good
leading the
defense now
defense.
too.
It's not. It's not. The defense isn't even healthy, which is the crazy thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Johnson's their
Jalen
best player.
Johnson's
He's not
not even
there.
playing.
He's not there. So
Shut up,
it's going to be
Fresno.
interesting to see what they do when they actually get good defensive personnel in the future. So I'm looking at the other games. There's a couple of stinkers on here that we don't even need to talk about. Saints, Dolphins, who cares? Falcons, Jets, who cares? Niners, Browns, other than the fact that the Niners are very good. And if there was like a coaching staff of the year, like award, it would go to the Niners just because what
They were able to get through
Shanahan,
all of
yeah,
that.
all the injuries, man, is just crazy. And what Salah's doing, he's gonna earn himself a second head coaching stint somewhere. He's gonna get another job somewhere. I don't know how soon, but he will with the way he coaches the defense. Very good, very impressive. Um, Tyler, I know it's probably not what you want to talk about, but the Rams, one could say they were due for a loss, but the
It was
Carolina
bound to
Panthers,
happen,
man.
sure. But I mean, damn, the Panthers, yeah. That fourth down touchdown to Tet was crazy, and I was like, we just lost right there. That was it. Yeah, he had some amazing throws, and they're in a lot of like really tight situations on third and fourth downs. One like really third and long. He played well. Bryce Young played really well, and he's very hot and cold, as we know. But he's up for those big games. I feel like like they're up to play these big teams, because when the Cowboys were doing well and they upset them, it was like, oh whoa. Um, those are like their two big upsets. I feel like I think I said,
Yep.
but yeah, we played well. Stafford didn't play well. That was probably one of his worst games of the year. So,
Yeah.
two picks
Stafford has
after
those games every
it
now
was
and then,
bound
man.
to happen. I mean, he couldn't just like go the rest of the season without throwing a pick or two. So
Yeah.
it was bound to happen. I'm surprised it happened against the Panthers, but um, yeah, like we didn't let them run the ball very much. It's really just Bryce Young.
Yeah, I mean, he only threw 20 times, but when he needed to convert, he did. They ran the ball really good with Chuba, and
Oh,
Ricky
that's true.
Dowdle.
Yeah,
That
Don't
one-two
remind me.
Chuba
combo,
had a really
Don't
good
remind
game.
me.
Yeah, I
that
started
one,
Rico and I was not happy.
yeah, that I mean, I just think that 1-2 punch is really, really good, man.
Yeah,
Um, and
if you can
also,
sustain having both of them get enough touches, that's huge. Just because like Rico usually goes off when he has the bulk of the carries, and then it's
yeah,
like same thing with Chuba. So if you can just kind of get a good balance there, they're good.
uh, Rams remaining schedule: Cardinals in
Yeah,
Arizona. To be fair, home against the Lions.
should be
Um,
interesting.
And then potentially for the division, they go on the road 3 weeks from now and have to play Seattle again. That should be a fun one. And then
That'll be one of the most watched games for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's a night game too. It looks like. They actually get back-to-back night games on what I'm looking at right here. They have the Falcons that next one. That game might get flexed out just
Yeah.
because Atlanta's not playing for anything
Probably.
right
Yeah.
now. And then that last game, they host the Cardinals. So after
I
you
think
guys play the
3 or
Cardinals,
4 wins possibly.
yeah. After you guys play the Cardinals, I mean that Lions Seahawks stretch is going to be interesting to see what they do,
Mhm.
especially since the Lions are kind of fighting for their lives now. Um, but that
And
Seattle game is going to
Jared
be a
Goff,
little,
Matthew Stafford matchup
yeah,
again.
yeah. Carolina, they control their own destiny. They win and they're in essentially. It's going to be tough though. They're on a bye week this week, and then they have the Saints coming out of the bye. Probably should win that game, right? After that, Bucks, Panthers, Bucks again. This division is going to come down to the last week of the season, unless the Panthers do what the Panthers have done and kind of, you know, flip flop or whatever, and just not do what they're supposed to do. For the Bucks, they have the Saints and the Falcons the next 2 weeks. Then they have Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. So obviously the Bucks had a rough stretch. I would think the Bucks should win out, right? That's just me though. They could split with the Panthers and then it gets interesting, right? Who knows? Um, who else we got on the docket? Um, I don't think we need to talk Jags, Titans,
No.
Cardinals, Bucks. The
No.
Bucks, I mean, typical, no. The Seahawks shut out the Vikings. JJ McCarthy sucks. He's going to be working at McDonald's next year.
And JSN didn't even do anything.
No, and that hurt my fantasy team too. The kicker I played outscored JSN. Great,
Which is
awesome.
crazy. Yeah. The 1 week.
If my team's gonna have a dud, I'd rather it be right now when I already clinched a playoff spot than in the playoffs.
Hey,
Right? I think this is the best team I've ever assembled.
speaking of Ryan in our league, I mean, I looked at the schedule. This is the last week. You've already clinched the 1 seed. I'm trying to get in. Do you mind throwing this week so I can get in?
Hell no. What do you mean? No shot, dude. Not throwing
Bro,
nothing.
what's that?
What do you mean I've clinched the number 1 seed? I'm like 7-6 in our league.
Are
He
you?
is not the number 1 seed.
Oh,
bro.
it's Jordan.
T-
It's Jordan.
Jordan's team is ridiculous, by the way. And he
How?
pays
Jordan's
zero
11-1.
attention.
Because
Pays zero
he's
attention
paid
at all.
attention. He's paid attention. He's picked up people.
Oh well, he hasn't in a while, but he did. Yeah, that's
I need
true.
to see Jordan's team.
Him and Ryan are the only dude.
He
his
sets his
team
lineup
is
each week.
ridiculous, bro. I know he does. Yeah. He has Drake May.
Oh,
all
for
you need to
God's this bastard.
He's got a good ass team. He's got
I mean,
JSN. He's got Raji Rice. He's got CMC. Yeah, bro. Like.
Yeah, CMC and JSN. Yeah, he's cooking with A Chain.
If I had
Yeah.
CMC,
He doesn't
CMC
even
would
put
be
him
out
in.
for the year with a Achilles injury, probably. I want to test that next
Yeah.
year. I have to draft CMC. We have to test the theory. We have to test the theory, guys. I'm sorry. Not that I want CMC to get hurt, but for science.
For
science, yeah.
For science
Um,
purposes.
Jared, I want you to talk about the Chargers beating the Raiders while I go and blow my nose because I'm still sick. I'll be right back.
Well, beating the Raiders should be the bare minimum this team should be able to do. Now, we were wearing the navies too, which is great. It
Ooh,
gives
yeah,
me.
I know, bro. I flipped it on. I was like, yes.
We are wearing
God,
the
I love those
navies
jerseys.
one more time this year. They announced it. They were gonna add one more game, and it will be the final home game against the Texans.
Because everyone loves them. That's why.
Yeah.
Or they get it. They're like,
Forget
oh,
the yellow
fans.
ones. Never wear the yellow ones again.
Never.
You never should have brought that in to begin with. You should have four. Half your home games should be the navy. The other half can be the powder blue. Whatever. Now, beating the Raiders, as I said, should be the bare minimum, and we swept them again. We are 4-0 in the division. That is great. But now, our final 5 games I could not tell you what the hell is going to happen. I cannot tell you
That's
what.
why I'm here.
Because, look, Herbert hurt his non-throwing hand coincidentally against the Raiders again. He did it 2 years ago. He hurt his, I think. No, I don't even remember if it was his non-throwing hand or his throwing hand that season, but it was the last year we had Staley and whatnot, and it was coincidentally against the Raiders at home. But anyway,
Isn't he having
also,
like a procedure or something?
He has surgery. Yeah.
yeah, and he's considered day to day. I don't know how long he's going to be out. So even if Trey Lance came into the game, I said in the text he should be enough to beat the Raiders. After that, if Herbert, because I didn't know it was a hand injury, my buddy just came and said, "Hey, Herbert is injured. He's heading to the locker room." I'm like, our season's over then if it's serious. Like if it was a leg injury, like I'm like he done. Sit him. We're done. Whatnot. Like we'll beat the Raiders probably, and then we'll go like 9-8 the rest of the way probably. But no, they said throwing hand and he's back, and I'm like, okay, or at least non-throwing hand, but yeah. Him getting hurt, any type of injury, it was gonna happen eventually with how many hits he's taken this year. So I'm not surprised. But hey, we put belt to ass on the Raiders again, as we should. So, aside from the Vikings, those have been our only easy wins this year. Was against the Raiders. So
The Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7. So I mean, from my perspective,
I mean, well, you
Shit
get another
crazy.
shot. You get another shot to kind of say that was just a fluke Thursday night game and whatnot.
It'll be 14-10 this time. I mean, what do we? It'll be or 14-13 actually.
All right, Ryan, I kind of said it on the pod last week. I would have not been surprised if Amarian didn't play in this game.
Yeah.
And Vidal did pretty well without him, so.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, Hampton,
Picked him
my
up.
guess, is going to be back for Monday night against the Eagles. And
Oh boy.
Seabass in our group chat said, "You got an easy win, Jared." And I said, "In my experience, there's no such thing as easy dubs as a Chargers fan. Because when we're expected to win, what do we do, ladies and gentlemen? We Charger it up. That's what we do." Anyway, yeah, I don't know how this Monday night game's gonna go. So I mean, I guess you could say Eagles have a mini bye because they played on Black Friday. Then we played on Sunday, so we'll have that extra day. But at least we don't have to travel. So that's nice. But I feel like this will be the game Saquon just kind of breaks out. I just have a sneaking feeling Saquon's gonna go crazy this Monday night game coming up. I just have a sneaking feeling. It'd be great for fantasy for me, but for my confidence in this team making the playoffs, it would not go well considering we'd have Kansas City the next week. So, but if my team were to beat the Eagles, Tyler, I'm going to be going up to you and Carl and saying, guys, this LA team beat the Eagles. Why can't you guys do it? But then again, for some odd reason, when you guys play them, the Eagles are like on top of the world and are like unstoppable. So I don't know what it is. Every time the Rams play the Eagles. So, and I'm playing them.
Yeah, no.
At
Back then at the start of the
depressingly
season,
worse.
everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're amazing," and like, bro, they only beat us because they blocked the kick. Like,
Yeah.
once again, we're right there.
So they're the Chiefs to you guys, and not right now. They're on the downward spiral. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I'd like it if we beat the Eagles because that could be like, okay, we're 9-4, like one more win and we're in. But I'm just happy we at least beat the Raiders, so I can at least say, hey, at least we got the Raiders and we did not lose a game to them. Max Crosby is a little crybaby. And I don't feel any sympathy for a guy who chose money over wanting to win. You chose to stay there. That is your problem. You could have left. You could have asked for a trade out. and you decided to stay. And you're going to throw a tantrum just because Herbert's hyped and he's just happens to be walking by you yelling in your ear. It's like, I lost respect for Max Crosby after that. I lost respect for him. But anyway, yeah, that's my take on the game.
So, you've been talking about the Eagles. Also, I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys the Cowboys' cleanest path to making the postseason is the Eagles continuing to collapse, and the Cowboys continuing to win, and the Cowboys somehow steal the division.
It's
Just
gonna
saying,
happen.
it's a possibility. Chargers remaining schedule. It is not easy at all.
No, it's awful.
Which is why
it is awful.
which is why I'm gonna be real. You can lose out besides the Chief game. You have to beat the Chiefs. And you'll probably get in. You'll probably get in. You have the Eagles, obviously. Then you go to Kansas City. After that, you go to Dallas. After that, you host Houston. Are the Chargers ever really hosting a game? Anyways, then you last week of the season, maybe for the division if you guys keep winning and the Broncos, stub their toe a little bit, could be for the division.
And as we know, Bo Nix's kryptonite is apparently the Chargers because that's like the one team he cannot beat for whatever reason so far. It's only been 3, so small sample size, but
very small.
He could very well change the narrative if he won Week 18 if it was for the division.
Look, man, if we get Bo Nix, the one that played, if we get Bo Nix, the one that was the play we got against Washington, where he actually looked good at point, like if we get that Bo Nix, I'm very confident. The problem is we almost never get that Bo Nix. That touchdown did look a little Mahomesian, hey.
Speaking of Washington,
Yeah, dude, that was insane, bro.
Speaking of Washington
Like
and Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos and Chris Collinsworth, the Sunday night game.
It was fun, man.
That was crazy, bro.
Oh man, what a game. Yeah, man. I understand that a couple of calls went my way. I understand that it took a batted pass in overtime from Nick Bonito off of Marcus Mariota, who's their backup quarterback, to beat these guys.
He throws that a little higher, or if he pump fakes, the game is over.
It's picked off by Patrick Surtain. We can play in the if fantasy land all we want.
True, because then
if the Broncos didn't get that penalty, we'd be 11-1 right now against the Colts. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear ifs, ands, or buts. With that being said,
I'm glad he at least admits the one loss to my team was like their actual like legit loss though, not the Colts one.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. With that being said, I would love to play a normal football game, man. I'm really tired of these close comeback wins and these close games, man. It's very tired. That being said, I was very confident. I was very confident the entire time against Washington. There was no point in that game where I was like, I think we're gonna lose. Like, look,
until the end of the game. Until the end of the game.
No. Even then, I was like, it's one play.
He trusted
his defense. Our defense is obviously gassed, but I trusted the defense to make a play when they needed to. And look, your defense, any defense isn't going to be perfect the entire season. And that game they weren't. I do have confidence in them to bounce back. We have the Raiders, so we have a get-right game. Hopefully we can handle business against them and not make it a 10-7 ball game. And fight for that number 1 seed. Because, again, like the Bears, if the playoffs go through Denver, if they are the number 1 seed, that is a tough place to play. Because of the altitude, they have a great fan base. It's going to be colder weather in Colorado at that point. Maybe snow, potentially. Who knows? I'm just saying it's a hard place to play. So, is that going to be the case? I don't know. The Broncos' remaining schedule after the Raider game, they host the Packers. That's a tough game. They host the Jaguars. We've seen what the Jaguars can do certain weeks. a la Chargers.
I
We've
hope they
seen
do
what
the
they can do.
same BS to you. I hope they do the
They
same
won't.
BS. I know they won't.
They won't.
Because they won't.
They won't.
Because fuck
Because it's,
Jacksonville.
the problem is we don't know what Jaguars team we're getting week to week. They're one of those teams like the Panthers,
Mm.
And then back-to-back divisional games at the Chiefs, host the Chargers. So I don't think the Broncos are going to get the number 1 seed. I just don't think it's going to happen. The Patriots' schedule is way easier. If you look at the Patriots' remaining schedule, it's Bills, who they already beat, the Ravens, who knows what's going on with them, and then the Jets and the Dolphins to end the year. So the Patriots could go, 15-2, and I don't think the Broncos are going 15-2. So
Meanwhile, Washington, they're 3-9. Guess who their last win was against?
That's funny. To be fair, though, they had Jane Daniels. Jane Daniels is good. He's good at football, man. I don't know, come on.
Apparently, he's not good at staying on the field. So
Not this year.
Not this
they
year,
were
yeah.
3-2 after
He's
they
very good
beat
luck.
my team. They beat man. I wish I got to play Marcus Mariota. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you don't. Hey,
Bro,
no, you don't.
He's good, bro.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because Marcus Mariota, that guy's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
But I thought you trusted your defense.
good,
I
man.
thought you trusted your defense.
Hey, the segment's over, right?
The segment's
Hey,
over.
I
hey,
thought
hey,
you
hey,
trusted-
the
He said
the
the
segment's over.
segment's over.
You can edit this out, right?
Oh no, this is
Marcus
going
Mariota
in.
Carved us up, man. No, this is completely edited out. Marcus
No.
Mariota carved us up, man. I was scared.
Nah.
I was shaking in my boots, man.
Nah.
Hey,
This is
Hey,
staying
he was
in.
going crazy.
yeah, he was going crazy.
Chris Rodriguez too.
I want you guys right now. Yeah, I picked up Chris Rodriguez in fantasy. I'm starting him this week. We're gonna see how that goes. I want y'all to. I sent it in the Discord chat, so check that out. The week 14 schedule. If you guys click on that link there, you can see the odds presented by DraftKings. The current odds. The great thing about recording this on a Tuesday is that we get lines for every single game. So shout out to DraftKings. ESPN Bet does not exist anymore. And here we go. So upset alert, boys. Last week I was very close to getting one, but I decided I chickened out at the last second, and I went with the Browns over the Niners. That's terrible. Shouldn't have done that. Should have gone Panthers, but I didn't. All right, let's take a look at some upsets here.
He got Detroit at home as the favorite against Dallas.
Yeah, that Cowboys over Lions
That's
is very
looking
tempting, right?
Very tempting.
I think Bengals over Bills would be very interesting as well.
Yeah.
Just if you believe in the Bengals. Even
The
Titans
Jets over Miami.
over Browns.
Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe.
That
Not the
defense.
defense though. The defense,
defense,
man.
yeah. Minnesota is only 1.5 point favorite at home.
Pittsburgh over Baltimore.
Yeah, I won't be doing that one. You can have at it. Indy is favored on the road against Jacksonville. That's shocking to me.
Wow.
The Jaguars, that might be a layup right there. I don't know. Let's see here.
Where they could come out and kill him one way or the other.
I mean, dude, you're getting Chargers +3, man. That's tempting against the Eagles, who are.
I'm thinking about it.
That's tempting.
That is tempting.
Even Houston. I mean, Jared, who had the Cowboys last week?
Me.
A couple of us have been picking against the Chiefs this year, and it's been working out. Houston +3.5 is right there for the taking for one of us,
I'm not taking that.
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
like that.
Chicago +6.5. They're gonna cover that.
They would cover, yeah.
Kind of disrespectful to the number 1 seed in the NFC.
It is, bro.
Okay.
Just because they're at home.
I'll let you guys go first, and as usual, I will pick from the scraps. I like a challenge.
I will take my team over the Eagles. I feel like I'm gonna regret this.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm gonna
I can see the pain on his face.
I'm gonna regret this pick so bad because once like Saquon
like-
Barkley has like
it's like
100 yards in the first half, I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna be like, why did I do this?
it's like biting into a lemon, huh?
Well, I like lemons actually, so I mean
That's what your face was like right now. You were just like,
if I bit into a lemon though, I'd enjoy the juice that comes out of it. This I would if
that's
I
just sick.
Anyway, your pick,
That's
Tyler.
crazy.
Your pick. Go.
Bro, we didn't even talk about this one. Washington over Minnesota? Like, hello? Why the fuck is Minnesota favored? This is crazy.
Are you taking that? Is that your?
I mean, it's 1.5. Ugh.
Yeah, it seems kind of bush league, you know. Seems kind of.
I mean, Washington's definitely better.
I take it. If you want the easy one, you can take it.
Nah, it's very easy. Yeah.
I will
no.
I will be swinging for the fences as usual. Or will I? What do I want?
I'll do Dallas over Detroit.
Okay.
He's gonna take.
You guys both.
He's gonna take the Jacksonville
Thursday
one.
night game.
He's gonna take Jacksonville and Indy.
No, I'm not. I'm never gonna pick the Prince. I will never do that. The Squire, boy, I'd never. The Jester. I will never pick the Jester. He's known as the Jester now. That is his new. Let's see here. All right, so I'm considering Cincinnati over Buffalo.
Oh yeah, that's one. Yeah.
I am considering. Man, that's a tough one for. That's a tough one too, though. I am considering Chicago over Green Bay. None of us picked. Actually, you know what? F it, we ball. Give me Houston over Kansas City.
Oh,
Wow.
I was gonna say you picking the Raiders over the Broncos.
No shot. Houston and that defense, the Chiefs have
Could
shown
give
us
him real
nothing.
problems.
The Chiefs have shown us nothing this year to suggest that they are a better team than the Houston Texans. They are about the same team, and I will take the defensive pass rush over the injured offensive line. CJ Stroud is a good quarterback. He's not better than Patrick Mahomes, though. I just think the Texans, look, we saw what we saw.
It's the defense, man. I mean, you can't.
We
go
saw
wrong.
Kansas City against the Denver Broncos defense and how that went. You will see it again. Houston over Kansas City is my pick. Bang.
I like it.
So we got. That's all three primetime matchups, by the way.
Oh wow.
That's all primetime matchups. So
Big
Thursday
yes.
night football,
AC always in prime time. My lord.
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy. Dallas over Detroit, primetime Thursday night. Houston over Kansas City, Sunday night football. And then Chargers over Eagles, Monday night football. All the primetime matchups.
Dude, they're in
We are
prime time
picking.
like every week. My goodness.
Yeah. Okay. Sonny Gray trade.
Yep.
That one pitcher got signed to the Mets, right? What's his name?
Oh.
Devin Williams.
Yeah.
Devin Williams.
Goes from just like Clay Holmes last
Goes from
year.
the Yankees to the Mets.
And like Soto, like
Yeah.
that's 3 players in the last 2 off seasons that have gone from the Yankees to the Mets. I'm starting to sense a pattern. Starting to.
And is that it for baseball? I don't know.
I
Who
mean,
else?
the Blue Jays signed
Ponce.
that Ponce, which I mean, okay,
Ponce de Leon.
you're gonna sign. first Dylan Cease, a guy who struggles after going through the order the first time.
Bro,
in
the
30
fact
minutes.
that they signed him to like 7 years is crazy. He is stupid inconsistent to give him like 7 years. That is wild to me.
I would have
Like,
given that contract to Michael King 10 out of 10 times.
yeah, bro. Like, there are so many other pitchers that you should do that with. Like, bro, he hasn't shown you in the last couple years that he's worthy of that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's the guy from Japan, Imai. He wants to take down the Dodgers personally, and if you have a personal vendetta against the Dodgers, Toronto, then
give me 1 sec. My cat's like making
your
some weird ass
cow.
noise.
You have a cow.
Cat, shut up,
That's
cat.
so sick. He has a cow.
A cash cow. All right.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Anyway.
I didn't know Tyler had a cow.
Anyway, well, with Cease and I guess Ponce off the market, that just leaves now is Imai or Michael King. Is one of them going to be a San Francisco Giant?
I don't know.
Would you want the rumored Dodger Slayer, Hunter? Or would you want...
I mean, I guess he'd fit in, right? I mean, that's the goal. Unfortunately, we're just the Buffalo Bills to your Kansas City Chiefs. So, except we've won in the past, I guess. Unlike the Bills.
Yeah. With Williams going to the Mets, the Mets said this does not change anything about bringing back Edwin Diaz. They still want to bring him back. Tyler, with Williams going to the Mets, do you see a big possibility that Diaz could probably go to the Dodgers?
Oh, yeah. I was kind of
Considering we're in the market,
yeah.
We're in the market for a closer, and we've not really done anything this offseason yet. You know, as this time last year, we already had Snell, we re-signed Tommy, we brought in Conforto. It was, a bunch of stuff. And we haven't done it. We're just lying in the weeds right now. So, I mean, if Diaz isn't the play, I think he's going to sign during the winter meetings, which is going to be in the next few days here. I think Sunday is day one of the winter meetings, and usually we get a lot of signings, or at least a few big ones. I think.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a bunch happen at the start, and then it kind of like tails off, and then it comes back again.
Yeah. So, I think it's rumored Tatsuya Imai is going to sign then, so we'll see then. I think
a couple big Japanese pitchers.
Yeah, Diaz, I think could sign during the winter meetings. I don't know. I could see him going back to the Mets because I know he wants to stay there. It wouldn't surprise me if he wants to come to the Dodgers, though. There is Robert Suarez of the Padres, their closer, before Mason Miller came in. But there's him. So there's those two closers. The Japanese players, Murakami's still out there. His market, I think, will be picking up soon. But now, where do we realistically see Pete Alonso signing? Because I'm not going to lie. After the Mariners signed Josh Naylor to that extension, I'm like, well, there goes my number one option of him going there.
Maybe like the Brewers. Or...
The Yankees.
Oh,
he does the Uno reverse
swap. Yeah.
You know what's funny is my Yankees buddy said
that's
see
the Rangers.
The Rangers?
Yeah, why not? They have first. I don't know.
Plot twist: the Giants.
Like, if they think
Buster Posey opens the checkbook.
Or the Red Sox.
Oh, that'd be funny.
The Red Sox.
That would be very.
Hopefully not the Padres.
Dude, they have so many problems. I don't think that with Peter Seidler unfortunately gone, that new ownership group is not willing to pay a bunch. They're already stuck in purgatory with that Bogarts contract. And
Padres,
sooner or later that Manny Machado contract is going to be looking really bad. So
I think that he'd be very fun in Seattle or like with the Cubs.
Unfortunately, Seattle, I don't think it's an option because they re-signed Josh Naylor. So
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he could just like
The
DH or
Cubs, though,
something,
I like that.
right? Or
Yeah.
just, or even like, I
They
know
were
that,
able to keep Kyle Tucker, man, and then get Pete Alonso. That'd be great. But
or
yeah,
like even like the Phillies. I know that Harper's there, but like again, one of them could just like DH or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
see why
that's
not.
unless they bring back Schwarber. If you bring back Schwarber and then get Alonso, well,
Yeah,
but yeah, I think for now that'll be it for baseball talk. I know it's not really a lot, but that's how the off season is. I think by the time we record our next episode is when we'll get some signings from the winter meetings and we'll have an idea. But yeah, I don't think we need to talk about our Lakers. Really, they've been doing fine aside from last night. So
they're all right.
the last
yeah, they're
thing
good.
we'll
We
talk
got
It was
problems,
just
but
yeah,
one little
the last thing we'll talk about is
bump in the road.
college football. Lane Kiffin. What are we thinking about
oh yeah.
Ryan? What you
That was
want? I know
wild.
you want to give your thoughts on it, so you have the floor.
I'll try to do it fast. Number one, a whole lot of things can be true at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. I know that that is a hard thing for us to understand and comprehend, but let me quickly explain. Number one, the NCAA calendar is a mess. Yes, this is true. Number two,
They
yes,
had to do that
LSU. Yeah, number two, LSU is a better program than Ole Miss. This is true historically,
historically.
both
Yeah,
then and now. Ole Miss has kind of been like the little brother to them. Number three, I do not want to hear from Lane Kiffin how sad he is about this or how bad he feels because number one, you're a multimillionaire coach. The money isn't making a difference for you either way. So, there's that. And if you really thought that Ole Miss was a great job, you would have stayed there. You know? Um,
it's kind of
and
crazy because he has an amazing freshman quarterback. That shocked me a little bit. Like just with
he
what he
might follow.
had,
He'll probably follow him to LSU. To be honest
he
with you,
could. Yeah, you're right. That's true.
we saw
And a
that with
great
Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams. So,
and a great sophomore running back.
yep. Um, and if you're Ole Miss, that sucks. You could potentially be one and done in the college football playoff, depending on your matchup. Obviously, we still have another week to figure all that out once we get to the CFP and all that. So we'll see what happens. But when that happens, I'm sure that we can give give a quick college football playoff bracket. Like we do for the NCAA tournament. We'll do our three-way
Oh
style
yeah, now we got a lot of
thing.
teams.
Um, so yeah, that's kind of it. Also, the NCAA sucks at his job. There's no guidelines, there's no guardrails, just like the Wild West. And
Coaches kind of have to get into schools like early in order to start recruiting and everything
yep,
is a big thing of like why you had to do it soon.
yeah, um, yeah, man. It obviously sucks for the players, but again, the players are going to go where they want to go too. The coaches are going to go where they go. Ole Miss fans, you have a right to be upset, but you knew what you were getting into with the Lane Kiffin business. It's as simple as that. Lane Kiffin has done this at every single stop in his coaching career that he has not been fired at. Whenever he has a chance to jump ship and go to a better job, he does it. So don't be surprised when that happens. Um, yeah, it is what it is.
All right.
Screw the NCAA.
Yeah.
Well said, Ryan. Well said. Yes, we will give our predictions on the college football playoff once the seeding is all done and championship weekend is done with. We're going to have a lot of moving parts between then because we're going to have Indiana and Ohio State play, and we're going to have Alabama face Georgia. So we're going to see how that goes.
I gotta say, you can't leave teams like Vanderbilt and Texas and teams like that who have the strength of schedule, have the big wins and everything. Can't leave them out. There's a lot of like controversy in talking about that right now.
Miami too. Miami's gonna miss,
Hmm.
which kind of sucks for them because if you just go by the eye test, I know they have a couple losses this
They
year.
deserve it.
Miami's been as good as any team in college football, but unfortunately, that's just how it is.
And Notre Dame, on the other hand, they lost to
Notre
them.
Dame should not be in.
They should
Notre
not be
Dame
in. Like,
is frauds, and
They are
they
the
just should not.
Cowboys of college football. They would be crucified if they left Notre Dame out for any particular reason. And that is the issue. Because of ratings, if Notre Dame
and I think
is
it just
not
has
in it,
something to do with the fact that they're not in a conference. Like,
yeah, there's
it's just
also
the
that.
fact that they're like
Because they're an
individual.
independent.
Like, it
They're
has to
independent.
be right. It has to be an
Yeah, but
independent. Like, it has to,
it's 2025, people. It's going to be
right.
2026. Put Notre Dame in a conference. Join the ACC or something. It's not that difficult. It's a
They
conference you'd
used
win
to
every
be in
single year,
basketball.
probably. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just join if you're so worried about it, join a conference that you'd win automatically. Join the Mountain West.
Join the
Pac-12.
Join the MAC.
Join
I
the
don't know, man.
Pac-12.
Like Pac-12 Notre Dame. I don't know.
Pac-12 Notre Dame. We need to
They'd
not
have to join like, if they were smart, they would join just the Big Ten, but that's like too tough for them probably. So
Yeah,
join the ACC.
yeah.
The only competition's Clemson
ACC,
and like
there you go.
Virginia and Duke. Miami.
And apparently
It's a good
Syracuse.
conference.
Apparently Syracuse, because they're
Syracuse, Bill. It's a good conference. That feels like Notre Dame's conference. Anyways,
hey, you know the rapper 2C, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
You heard that name? He's gonna play for Syracuse. He's like the first like rapper that's gonna be like a D1 like football player. It's crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
He's gonna make a track
It's pretty well known.
based on how his
too.
O-line plays. If it's great, the album's gonna be fire. If it's bad,
He makes a bunch of simp stuff.
Wait, what stuff?
A lot of simp like songs and shit. Like a lot of like
R&B,
emotional, like heartbreak type stuff.
like Rod Wave.
Kind of, yeah, similar, I guess.
Damn, some of these songs about
Pretty rap
losses are
small.
gonna be real bangers.
Emotional.
And depending on
Mhm.
how his O-line plays, we'll either get a fire track or we're gonna get a fire diss track. So, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, that takes us to the end of this episode. Yeah, getting tight in the NFL for some of us, specifically me. I'm not running away with divisions like both y'all are, so
We could still lose the division.
I'm the closest to you, buddy, and I'm
He's
very
not.
unsure.
The Rams aren't running away with their division. Their entire
right.
division's
Nah.
amazing.
You know what I forget?
Seattle's
I
right
keep
fucking
forgetting
there.
about Seattle. I keep forgetting how good they
I
are.
think we don't talk about Seattle enough, bro. They are so scary. Like I
So
hate
good.
that we have to play them at the end of the season.
You know, it's funny.
That is gonna be so nerve-wracking.
You know what's funny is that every time I open up a call on here, I see a message from Tyler, bro, the Seahawks are up 28-0 in the second. Oh my god, I'm like, Seattle's good. That's my reminder. Seattle's good.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll try to get you the next episode, hopefully, when the standings for college football are done. And I don't know if we can record on a Tuesday like this. Hopefully, I'm not working. That'll be awesome. So, but anyways, guys, it's Ryan, Tyler, Jared. We still suck at outros. We will see you guys in the next one.